Hey guys, welcome to the channel. In this one, we are going to get quite creative using some supplies that you may have right at home to get some really cool shots like this. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it and get started. So first things first, we are going to want to source a frame. I noticed that the bigger, the better. It's a little bit easier to get more of your subject in the frame, obviously, if the frame is bigger. So go as big as you can. This may be something that you already have lying around. I sourced this one from a local craft store. And once we have the backing removed here, we'll just go ahead and flip some of those clips on the edges back down so that the glass does not fall out while we're trying to use it. And it is essentially ready to go. So from here, I used a spray bottle. I sourced this from a local dollar store. And what I did was I just lightly sprayed the glass with water. Now, it was really important to note that you don't want to overspray in one particular area because then you'll start seeing some of the water drip down. And for the photos, it just really didn't look good. So just make sure to be pretty light and go over it again if you need to kind of layer on the water. But once again, just be mindful to not overspray so you get a lot of dripping. And here you can see I lightly sprayed it, and in some areas I did go a little bit heavier, but once again I made sure to not overdo it so there was no dripping occurring, and I think this gives the best result for this type of application. Now next I had the model hold the frame just at an angle, at about a 45-degree angle from the camera. What this allowed to do was essentially have the water droplets catch the light in a certain way where it made it a lot easier and more pronounced in the photos. So this may take some trial and error on your end depending on where your light source is coming from and the angle that the frame needs to be at for you to be able to properly see the water droplets. Now here you can see I am moving the camera around quite a bit because it does take a little getting used to be able to maneuver the camera around in a certain way where you are catching the water droplets. Here I had the model flip the frame to see if we could get some different results. The results were slightly different, but honestly, nothing too major. One thing I want to tell you guys though is when you are shooting something like this, it may be a little bit difficult for you to get the autofocus to work for you, just because your autofocus may be trying to focus on the water droplets and not the actual model. So what I had to do was actually switch to manual focus and kind of create my images like that. As you can see in this one in particular, I was able to just focus on the water, which gave it a completely different look as opposed to the model's face. That is going to wrap up this video here. I hope you did enjoy it and found it entertaining. If you did, please be sure to give us a thumbs up. It really does help our channel continue to grow, and stay tuned for some other creative photography tips that we'll be coming out with in the future. Till then guys, I will see you all in the next one.